to introduce, this is Rene.
Hello.
Jeroen, and this is Linda.
Nice to meet you. I'm Trimana. You've probably heard of me a few times. But yeah, maybe. Just to introduce myself to the people that'll be watching this. I'm Trimana. I'm Augustin's son, and I'll be helping them grow their social media following. And yeah, hopefully that goes well. We decided to start off by doing little podcasts to keep the Grandmother's Healing Haka community connected and updated with each other. So this is the second one. Hope it goes well. Thanks for being a part of it too. Thanks for being here. So yeah, it's gonna be good. So do you want to just maybe Augustin and Waimania sort of give a summary of what you just did in Belgium?
Yeah, that's nice. Well, we actually it's the third Uira Haka in a row. So Uira is most of the time starting with a drum day where people just come into the rhythm, and eventually we want to do the whole Haka just drumming. People love to learn rhythm, but most of the time they don't really know how to tackle it because it's something that is scary. It's something that most of the time is not so much fun, a lot of strict things. And I think your dad, Augustin, can do it really well with the people. And we don't only drum, we also do body percussion and sometimes drum massage and things like this.
Cool.
It's a whole integral learning program with meditation and exercises and ceremony and sharing and going through this process. So the Haka is kind of used like a therapy tool now, because a lot of people are storing a lot of emotions in their body, or a lot of people are no longer connected with their body. They're in offices and they have these modern jobs where you don't get to move your body. So this is a chance where people really get to discover their bodies. So a lot of big processes happen in a short time.
Oh, that's cool.
Sorry, Kamala?
I just said that's cool.
A lot of people, they come and they don't only come once. So like people like Jeroen has done it for a few times, and Rene has done it for a few times, and Linda now has done it for a few times. So people like to follow it over years because it's a practice that can actually help change lives.
So Uira speaks about the seed. It's about the process of the seed. And if people study the teachings of Io, the wānanga around Io, the ancient Māori traditional knowledge, the evolution of the universe is speaking about the evolution of the seed. So we like to grow with people, grow deeper, grow higher, grow wider, grow closer together, and this is what we feel here in Vleugelhorn.
So how did you guys all get connected to each other? How did this relationship start?
It's all his fault.
It's fault, yeah. I met them for the first time in 2011. They came to Belgium for a Uira Haka workshop in the French-speaking part of Belgium. And for me, it was, I had a lot of resistance to go. So it was really for me, shall I go or will I not go? I talked with friends about it. And fortunately, I decided finally to go.
Yay!
Yeah. And the next year I went again, and then I went also to to Aotearoa on the trip with your parents. And they were trying to create a Haka family, Haka whānau in Belgium, but it didn't work out, and I thought, oh, why don't they ask me?
Yeah.
But it was not me to say that to them. In my feeling, they, I just waited till I would get asked. And then I followed more workshops in other countries, and I went again to New Zealand, and again, and I met Linda. And René went also to New Zealand.
Yes, but actually we met René before because of Jeroen, because Jeroen tried to come to New Zealand. He did his very best, but something in him was resisting so strongly that he got a high fever. And my communication person was René, and he was saying, oh yes, I think he cannot come. And then he was emailing, yes, no, it's getting better, he really wants to come, so he has had a lot of water and the fever has gone down, he's catching the plane. And the next thing I hear from René is, no, Jeroen is in hospital in Sydney, he's not coming. So that's how I met René.
Yeah. And the year after, I will go with him, then together maybe we can manage it, and we did.
So I was laying in the hospital in Sydney, and everybody thought I would be very disappointed, but I was actually very happy that I was still alive, because I was feeling very ill, and I was not thinking straight. At one moment I was thinking I was dying. It was not the case, but and then suddenly at my bed in the hospital, there was a man who followed a part of the tour, and he had a gift from home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his name was Jeroen.
Also.
This was such a big support. I got a bandana from you, and it's still on my altar, this bandana. And it was a completely surprise, because I was in a hospital where I didn't know anybody. And then I got so much warmth, and I didn't met that year Oyasvina Waimana I didn't met them in Aotearoa, but I felt that our bond was stronger because I was on the trip with you.
They sent a bit of the tour to you.
Yeah. And so next year, René said, you will go to New Zealand. I wanted to go again. He said, you will get there. So he went with me. And we got there.
Good.
And then the third time when I went, I just met Linda. And it was very exciting to see each other for a month. We didn't see each other for a month. But after that we came, and we still felt the same. So, yeah. In another workshop in the Ardèche, I asked Linda to marry me in a man-woman ritual, with all the men behind me and the woman behind Linda. And the man asked me in advance, are you sure she will say yes? And I said, no, I don't. Because she said, I will never marry. But that morning there happened something strange. I did something strange. I don't know, a strange habit from me or something. And you said,
oh honey, it doesn't matter. I will marry you anyway.
yeah, I see to get old with you or something. Yeah, she will say yes. And then, to become together with my wife, I was more complete. We are more complete. And then, everything started to flow. Your parents came to this place to marry us.
His grandparents.
Yeah, your grandparents.
Right. Yeah.
Your parents.
Jeroen has been trying for many years to bring us to Belgium, and we said, yes, it will come.
Matewa.
And then when he turned up to the grandmother's healing haka in Ardèche, he brought Linda. And then he asked for her hand. And then the next question was, will you marry us in Belgium?
So it was quite a trick. So Linda was actually the catch for us. But it was exciting for us too. I remember I knew that Jeroen was going to propose to Linda during the ceremony, and I was very nervous because I knew it was not sure yet. So I was ready to catch her if she would say no.
So you guys are teaching spiritual stuff, and you guys are love makers too. Wow.
Well, it's just by the grace of the divine.
Yeah, and actually I got a bit in panic when I realized that your grandparents would come to Belgium, and your father, it was the first time, grandfather was the first time he went far. Yeah. So I said, we have to find the perfect spot to say Haremai to these beautiful Maori people. And we found a spot, but the date that your parents and grandparents could was not possible for them. So then we said, yeah, if it would be at home, it would be possible to keep this beautiful energy of the wedding here at home. So suddenly we found this place, and in my feeling, I was looking for a place to marry. So we bought it. First we wanted to buy it several, so we bought it for the marriage, and afterwards I realized I'm living here.
Own the venue, that's how you get married. Just own the venue.
The Maori link brought us to this place.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty special.
Yeah.
Because of the room upstairs.
You have to speak loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and because this place looks like a marae. I told her, Lange, it looks like a marae, and she says, it doesn't look like a marae. It is a marae.
Sounds like her.
They sound like Nena.
Yeah.
So they got married, and they had not only one day wedding, you know, like normal people. They had a 4-day preparation with team. Is that right?
With the dream team.
We call it a dream team.
Yeah.
Where the place got decorated and prepared, and Linda had all the creative tools ready for us. So we had actually a creative workshop with Linda how to prepare the space. And then they got married in a spiritual way. And then they invited not so spiritual people for the next day and had a second wedding. The first wedding, I think there were about 70 people.
Yeah,
75.
yeah.
Yes.
And the second day again.
Yeah, but finally the two mixed because some said I can't come Saturday, can I come Sunday? And
people are still talking about it.
Oh, cool.
Wonderful, yeah, what Ojaswinga Ramanya did for us those days, creating that sacred space, this beauty, these beautiful rituals, and every time when people are coming here, they're still talking about it. They felt the aroha, they sing very low.
Yeah, they say aroha.
They say aroha. So yes, it's the energy is still here. It was wonderful. Yes, wonderful.
It was very interesting because we had a waka upstairs, a boat, out of mattresses, and suddenly dolphins and whales and all sorts of animals appeared and were swimming through the space. And you look at all these adults and they suddenly turn into childlike beings and have a lot of...
Because the spirituality is still a question out there, and I always find it strange, how can we be spiritual and how can we not be spiritual when everything's spiritual and we're having a human experience. So to play like children, that can be a spiritual experience, but we don't tell anybody that. So everyone was just on the mattress rowing this imaginary waka, this imaginary boat, and everyone was happy and laughing and smiling, and So that brought down the fear boundaries, and everyone had a really good time.
And your Nana was doing a good job too. She was laughing like anything. She had so much fun.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
And in the preparation, she was with our mower, our grass mower, running over the grass.
Yeah, they like to do chores. They're good at them.
Connecting with Earth. Yeah.
So in terms of the work that you've done with each other, how has it maybe influenced your life, or, you know, has it transformed you in any way, or what value has it brought to you? That's a pretty hard question. You might have to think about it.
The first workshops I followed, I think I wanted to be Maori.
Right.
I wanted to do the Haka, but the further I followed the workshops, I realized it's much more than the Haka. It's about the whole culture, the whānau, and I realized I have other roots. I have a strong connection and a strong feeling for the Maori, but I am not a Maori. So these beautiful people, they encouraged me to find who are you, what are your roots, and how can you be in your power, independent from another culture, but connected with your culture. And for me personally, great thanks to you, I'm now working with shells, with big shells, conches, to blow on, and my wife, she calls me a shell keeper. And I don't know any other shell keeper in this region. Yeah. Shall I give it, for instance?
You have to bring it a bit up.
Could you show it? Oh wow, that's nice.
Our center is called the Vleugelhorn, but it's called to a shell.
Yeah.
In English it's the queen conch. In Latin it's Trombus gigas. And so. So I don't know any other shell keeper. Now I'm finding out what it is, and the shells are telling me. And this process of finding out is more or less the same process as I did with the Haka and with the Maori people, respecting your tradition. I'm now respecting the shells. I realized that it's very important to slow down. The snail inside the shell tells me, slow down, go to the speed of the spirits. It's not the speed of the fast food society. It's completely different. Take time to make connection with the shell. Because the shell knows everything. If you take time, she will tell you everything. You just have to empty. And I'm the instrument of the shell at that moment. She's not my instrument. I'm the instrument of nature. And I try to listen to her, to nature.
And you call her she?
Yeah, I call her.
Because she's symbol for the
female energy. Yeah. She's also very strong connected with the ear. You have it inside your ear. And the shell is, what does the world need? It needs to listen. Listening is very important. To receive, it's the female quality. So and I'm trying to find my own path, and the inspiration of your beautiful Maori tradition has brought me where I am now.
I just realized that we are soon off to Paris. You know, we're going back to Paris today by car. It's about 3 to 4 hours drive. And then we're catching a train there, TGV, to go to the other side of France, because we're starting a children's workshop on Thursday for 2 days. So I thought, it would be nice if we have a little chance also to listen to Renee and to Linda, how they feel. Yeah.
Well, they are only coming once a year, and the reason is we need 1 year to digest everything they bring us. So we have to grow into the Haka and all the nice things that comes with it. And well, they really plant the seed, and I realize now that I have to give it some water, otherwise it will not grow. And the past 2 years I wasn't really doing that, I think, and now I realize I have to have more, I have to give more power, energy to the Haka, and so that it can grow in myself, and I will be better in it. I realized that it has a lot of details I didn't see the first time, and I saw it this weekend, and I think, okay, it's good to practice and to feel the changes that it brings, rather than only knowing them. I want to feel them in my body, so I have to practice.
René is the guardian for the Belgium Haka family, so he's Kaitiaki. He's carrying the responsibility to bring the group together to train, and it's the 3rd year, so it's very beautiful. We just reconfirmed that engagement. So he's officially working for Grandmother's Healing Haka on that level as a volunteer.
Mm-hmm. And it's an honor to may do that, for the other people who come here to practice it with us, with 3 others. Yeah.
Kia ora. For me, the first time I met Ojasuna Vaimania, I felt all the knowledge that I've learned in all the courses and books and everything that I have read. And I felt it inside of my body. And every time when they come do this Haka here, I feel it more and more inside of my body. And last weekend, I'm from Holland. I live now here in Belgium. And last weekend, I felt strongly my connection with my roots in the Netherlands. And I never felt it so strong. And there came a lot of energy and warmth came through me. And I saw a door opening because I didn't feel my roots very strong because I immigrated here to Belgium. And by recognizing it now and feeling it deep inside of me, I felt this is my door to step into more wisdom, more knowledge, to know my roots and to acknowledge my roots in the Netherlands, so that I can use that as my power to let grow the roots that I'm making now here in Belgium. So it gives me more power to anchor myself now more in this new country where I live now with my husband and together in this project with René. So it was the 3rd time that I did it, and it is for me a very strong connection that I made in this workshop for this weekend. It means a lot to me. Yes. Kia ora.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, we just want to honor these 3 for being magnificent hosts. They hosted the biggest seminar group ever in this capacity into a seminar weekend, and we managed really well. They managed really well together.
There were 26 participants in a space that we thought can only hold about 18. And I just wanted to say also that this was, as you might have realized, this was the 3rd time we did Uira. So we're repeating the same Haka, and we were unsure about next year which Haka we were going to present when we come back in September next year. And it was last night when we chose, it will be Uira again. because it was just starting to really ground itself, and we want to take it a step further. And this will be new to the people that have come to the seminar because they didn't know yet which Haka they will be able to attend next year in this place.
And nice to know also that in the last seminar there were 12 different countries of people with 12 different routes. The youngest participant was 4 months old and the oldest was 81 years old. So it was a very diverse group.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And very nice.
Yeah, so lovely. Lovely people.
I thought, should we take you outside for a moment just to give you a little perspective on how it looks out there?
Yeah. Take a look at the center.
Because it's a beautiful place.
So you're going to show us the marae?
Upstairs.
Marae?
Hang on, we're going to just, this is the courtyard.
Okay. And we, you can't see it.
No? Shall we go closer?
A little bit this one, so.
Oh, hang on. I'm just going to show you the center. This is the center of the courtyard. And then we come closer to the forest.
What was that circle?
What was it?
What was that circle of shells that you
That
just
was
passed?
their center, like the center in the courtyard where they also hold rituals and where we gather around when we do the Haka outside.
Nice.
That's where Jeroen and Linda live, and Renee lives over there. And this is where the seminar hall is upstairs. And here you come out and you can see the teepee and their fireplace and the big oak tree.
Oh, it's freezing up a little bit. I think you're wandering too far from the Wi-Fi.
Hey, what was it? Oh, we're too far from the Wi-Fi. We're coming back in. Well, yeah, that was just a little tour for you to have a...
Thank you. I'm sure everyone will love to see it.
Well, yeah, this is the whole room where we were just sitting. That's where we were eating for the weekend. And then you can go past to the kitchen. And up the kitchen there are the stairs. Can you see the stairs?
Yeah.
And Orjasson is taking you upstairs.
So they've done amazing work to transform this place into a marae situation. And, you know, they're learning how to nurture people and manaki people and safe and well. So people love this whānau family feeling. So they've really worked amazingly. So this is the marae wānanga place, and the name of your whare is called? Wehi. So Te Wehi.
Te Wehi.
So how do you interpret Te Wehi?
It's for us the positive fear before the transformation.
Yes.
Before you leap, you feel resistance.
The resistance, the positive fear before you jump.
If you do a fire walk and you're just before you want to walk, you feel, oh, can I do it? That moment. And then you decide, I'll walk or not. And for us, we want to bring the people to that moment, and then it's their responsibility if they take the leap or not.
I think Linda is holding in her hand something very special.
This is the Rose Vleugelhorn, the Queen Couch. And especially this one played an important role for the connection between Jeroen and I.
So the center is called after this shell.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And she brought us together, this shelf.
You were in the same at the same time. You were there.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we just let Linda blow into it, and then we get your dad off holding the computer. And then we're gonna hit the road and wish you a good night.
All right.
And we wish the whānui out there around the world, we hope this podcast helps you in some way and helps you to feel closer to us.
Yes, thank you for making this possible, because it gives us also a stronger feeling to know that that we have family all over the world who's sharing the same work and have this same connection from the heart. And I feel very warm inside to know it and to see each other in the future in all other podcasts. And yeah, it gives strength, it gives courage. And thank you for arranging this. Thank you.
I just want to say one more thing that Jeroen just realized. You know, Europe has been very dry for the last few months, and it hasn't rained and it hasn't rained. And for the weekend, it was really a question whether we could hold it with that many people in this space. And it was supposed to rain on the weekend, but it hasn't. So it was a beautiful day. It was beautiful days, and we could go outside anytime we needed. And today, it just started raining. And it hasn't rained for a very long time. So it just feels like even the weather beings are very supportive and cooperative and helping us to make everything possible.
Ko io whakatata, ko io whatamai, ko heke heke inuku, ko heke heke I papa. No te kore kore ka ahu mai no kāpō, takiwā no kāpō, takiwā ka ahu mai ka ao kapoa. He tāka na hau ki te whai ao ki te ao marama, whāno, whāno, oho mai te mauri, haungi, hui e.
Tai!
Mm-hmm.